Hey, folks, welcome back to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes Day by Day. How are we doing? I hope you're doing good. Today was a pretty good Sunday. It's the start of a new month, and he hit the ground running at church. And then, so we had to take two vehicles to church because we can't fit everybody in our van. And so I was going to drive my wife's car. And I got in, and the car wouldn't start. So my wife had already left. I'm like, hey, can you get the car started? And she's like, well, if you want to go to church, I'll stay home. And I'm like, okay. And so she stayed, got there, got the kids checked in. Sitting there in church, and I checked my phone, and she texted, and she's like, my dad said it was the battery just had to be charged. Apparently somebody got into a car and messed with some buttons or whatever. And then she's like, then she came up, and it's like only an hour had lapsed. And I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. So we finished church and went and got some food, and we decided to go to Culver's. And so our church is longer than a lot of other churches are. So we got there, and it's like 12 something, like 12:30ish, and the place is packed. Now understand that. So we have one of these indoor water park resort things right there. And like across the street is Culver's and a Chick-fil-A. But right in front of the place is right in front of this resort water park thing is a Steak and Shake. And so I guess a lot of these people decided at 12:30, whatever, to come over across the street from Culver's to eat. And they were having but the place was packed anyway. But we get up there to order, and I'm like, and I usually go for the double. I mean the Culver Deluxe double. And today I'm standing there, and they have a garlic cheddar bacon something or other. So it was garlic aioli on there, and cheddar and bacon, and it had pretzel bun. And the burger itself was good. The part I didn't like was I'm not a big bread guy. And so the pretzel bun I was like, this is unnecessary, because the burger was lights out without it. And then they put this pretzel bun thing on there, and it just made the thing a little less than great. But other than that, it was fine. But like I said, the place was packed, which is weird because it's like 12:30, 1 o'clock on a Sunday. It was just weird. I'm like, because it didn't make any sense. I'm like, why would this place? I mean, it's like there's other places in this town you can go to get food besides Culver's, Chick-fil-A, which is closed on Sunday, Steak and Shake. They can go down to Burger King, McDonald's, Arby's, Pizza Hut, Texas Roadhouse, Olive Garden, Longhorn Steakhouse, Panera, Panda Express, Cane's, Taco Bell, whatever. But it was just really weird that people always decide to go to Culver's. It's like first week in November is when you choose to go to the indoor water park resort, and for lunch you decide to come across the street to Culver's, and it's like, and it was like, it's like, why would you do that at 12:30? And it's like lunch. It's like 11:30, noon. I don't know. It's just off-putting. That's all. But the rest of the day was pretty good. Can't complain, I guess. But enough about that. Let's talk about the account here. So we're at a point, and I decided on the free-to-play show, I was like, we kind of need to get CLS. And so I decided we're going to go get CLS. And so after I ended the stream, into the video, I went in and put the team, all the people that we needed into teams. And I'm like, okay, this team we need for CLS, the team we need for 3PL. Here we have a little bit of a different team. I've told you, and we probably are going to do Bad Batch because it just makes sense since they're here. And how much, it's like a lot of people, it's like, why did you buy this if you're not going to put Zetas on them, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I get it. They're good. They're a good conquest team. I'm just trying to look ahead and be vigilant about, okay, what's a good conquest team that's also a good proving grounds team. And I mentioned Nooch's video that he did about conquest, but I haven't watched anybody's thing on proving grounds. I was like, and that's the reason I'm about that. I don't know what is a good team that's both a good conquest team and a good proving grounds team. But on my free-to-play account, on the free-to-play video, I mentioned, hey, gas, because we need gas, because like gas has a triumvirate now. Just like people are like talking about that square between JML, Leia, and Jabba. It's like there is sort of a triumvirate there with what's his face? Gas. Sorry. I'm not trying to be ironic when I say that, but it's like, what's his name? Gas. And so we need gas, and we do need Jedi Knight Luke. And there's kind of an organic. There's two organic teams that sort of come out of the gas grind, and that is, of course, I did a couple of them, but there was the Padme thing on the first one, and then this Padme team actually, which is, it's not great, but it's not bad. And then there's this Sebs thing that obviously you're not going to want a Sash for, but the rest of them put with Grievous, and you can be pretty good. And so I've toyed with the idea of this gas team, with the Sebs, but I kind of think it's just go time with the subs. And I think it's just time we just finish doing this guy. And then we just, in general, we just bring this team up and we just make it usable. To what end, I'm not sure, but I think we're going to do this. We're going to do a bad batch. Probably going to probably bring Leia up and, bring Padme up and make her more usable. And then maybe we'll actually do Watt. I've never played with Watt, so I don't know anything about Watt, but I think that's where I think that's probably a pretty safe place to be. Is Bad Batch into in that Padme team and the subs. So that's probably what I be working on after we, either after we finish Leia here and as we get towards Profundity, and we'll go from there. But for right now, we're just sort of settling in, getting things figured out, trying to figure out where we're going to go, what we're going to do next. What's Django at? I didn't even look at what Django was at. So no, I have Django. It's just like, I don't even, oh, is that Rogue One? Okay. But yeah, I think we're going to end up doing Grievous Droids, subs overall, whole cloth, and the Bad Batch, which will be easy enough to do. But obviously, we're not going to do any of those right now. We're just sort of going to bide our time and take our time and get towards Leia and move on from there. Which I'm very hyped about. Let's see how many Leia we're going to end up with, because we're going to get 23, that puts us at 59 total tickets. So we're on our way to Leia. It is going to be a little while before we get there, obviously, but we're on our way. I'm going to keep using these, just getting more energy because we need to get stuck back up again so we can get ready to get back to good and head in the right direction. But, we're heading in the right direction, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to open Leia, get her. It's going to be the foreseeable future is Leia into, just fixing up this Bad Batch and then maybe get a low-level SEPs team that we can be working on while we have the Leia team for Conquest and the Bad Batch team for Conquest. And then we'll work on the SEPs and the Padme team, which shouldn't need that much work. So the Padme team will be a little bit easier. And then we'll work on getting the SEPs up to a good level. And then after that, we'll come back and finish Profundity. So that's, if I had to guess what that's going to be what the blueprint ends up being for the foreseeable future. Of course, that could all change if they drop something amazing in at the end of the year here, or the early part of next year, or just whatever. But right now I can't tell you that anything's going to change, but we'll have to see what happens. But I'm optimistic that we're going to be able to do. And maybe we end up getting the Profundity first. I don't know. We'll just see what happens. But I'm not going to push it. I'm not going to try it. We're just going to okay, this is the plan. If we end up at, when we end up at Profundity, obviously it's going to be really good for us. And it might be worth doing first. I don't know. I'll have to see. Because doing the Profundity in Leia requirements that's giving a big boost to our Phoenix, which makes that a little bit more useful. So maybe we have to push up Kanan and Sabine and Chopper. And then there was actually somebody else I was thinking about that I haven't heard anybody talk about. Well, I did, but Nooch can use it as a bad thing. And I have a question. So with all these GLs out there, I've noticed that there's somebody that has been deliberately not that I've not seen any of these kits, except for one. Now that I think about it, and let me make sure that I'm right on this. Yeah, it's Grand Admiral Thrawn. He's only Relic 6 here. And I'm wondering if anybody's going to use him, because there's a good likelihood that after this next season of Ahsoka drops, I think there's a high likelihood that we're going to get Thrawn next year for the GL. And I'm just thinking about, is there any way we can use Thrawn on anything? But who knows? Anyway, I appreciate you all for being here. I thank you all. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. As always, God bless. Hold the line. Remember that I have friends everywhere. Bye.